The following is a reflection from TeacherReflection1 Lacan National School. The last few months have been the greatest upheaval for us all. We have moved from a world that we once took for granted to a very different scenario full of rules and restrictions. These times have brought great uncertainty and stress. Many people are suffering from anxiety and worry, especially the children in our schools who are being exposed to lots of upset from different aspects of society on a daily basis. It is important to offer them assurance and comfort and remind them that our strong belief in Jesus Christ will offer us the support and strength we need to cope in order to guide us through these difficult times. In the New Testament, there are many examples of how Jesus supports his people, and in particular of how Jesus comes to the aid of those in distress. The apostles were fishing one day and got into difficulty when the boat began to sink. Peter saw Jesus approaching by walking across the water. Peter gets out of the boat to meet him, but had little faith that Jesus could save him. Peter starts to sink. Jesus stretches out his hand to support him and bring him back to the boat safely. During the toughest times, when we feel helpless and feel like giving up, Jesus will be there to pick us up and carry us through. Another example is at the marriage feast at Cana. Mary quickly whispers to Jesus that they have no wine left. Jesus quietly turned the water into wine to alleviate the problem. The feast then continues without a glitch. A third example of how Jesus supports his people is the story of the loaves and the fish. The crowds were getting hungry. They had gathered to listen to Jesus all day. He realized they needed to be fed, and he multiplied the loaves and the fish to ensure sufficient food was available for his people. He is always at our side, ready to guide, help and support us. We need to remember this and to recognize the importance of our faith and practice it on a regular basis. At home, perhaps, we could do an act of kindness around the house. Perhaps create a sacred space and try to set a time each day to say a prayer or quiet reading of the Bible. We can get some great substance from reading stories from the Bible. We are still in a time of great uncertainty. As educators, it is our job to keep our children happy, safe, and faithful to God, recognizing the endless care and love that God has for us all. Amen.